hello, and welcome to another fabulous episode of Brig's Beverage Reviews. I'm Brig, and today we're going to be drinking some beer, which I'm a little nervous about because my beer vocabulary is not huge, so this will be more of a layman's beer tasting. And what I got is all IPAs from Trader Joe's. And I prefer IPAs typically when I go out and get a beer. And I think a lot of people do too. So we're just gonna see what's up with Trader Joe's. We have Starburst IPA from Ecliptic Brewing, 7.8%, which is pretty big. You know, you see a can with stars and it's black, you kind of assume it's gonna be heavier on the alcohol content. From Portland, Oregon. Next, we have a Blood Orange IPA from 21st Amendment Brewery, or Brew Free, as this says quite largely. 7.1%, so also pretty big. Lagunitas Hazy Wonder IPA, 6% from California. Lagunitas, I feel like, is super well known. One of the bigger IPA producers in town, I would say. Then we've got Hazy Little Thing IPA from Sierra Nevada, 6.7%. Sierra Nevada is a pretty big company now at this point, but their IPAs, I haven't had a ton of them. I've definitely never had their Hazy IPA, so pretty excited to try it. And last but not least, Bastard Cat from Kulshan Brewing out in Bellingham, which is where I went to school. Yay! Excited to try this, 6.6%. Start with Lagunitas. This is really light. It's really good. They say Hazy Wonder embodies our endless fascination with hop-forward brewing expressed in a bright, unfiltered light. Let us know what you think. Oh, I will. It's not too heavy at all. Very bright. Can you use bright as a beer term? I don't know. The can, I would say, matches the flavor. It's, you know, light, peppy. I would say that's very light colored for an IPA. But this would be a very good beer to just have, you know, if you're drinking it all day, like working in the yard, something like that. Super easy drinking. It will not weigh you down compared, I'm guessing, to the other boys. Let's go with Sierra Nevada. That is very different. I would say it's much wheatier, like wheatier. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think, especially in comparison, when you try the Lagunitas side by side, I think I'm gonna need something to taste in between. It's not popcorn, it's Pirate's Booty. Still a pretty yellow color. It is hazy though, which they promised hazy. Now that I'm thinking of it, this one is also called hazy, and I'm not sure I would consider that hazy. That hazy? That's definitely more hazy. This one has a really good, it has that like nice pine hoppy smell. All right. Let's go for the Kulshan Bastard Cat, which is, I mean, extremely true for my household. I don't know about you, but my house is filled with bastard cats. That is very piney, and I would almost say smoky, which is weird. I typically like more citrusy IPAs. This is super, I don't know if pine is a normal word to use to describe things, but 6.6% alcohol, 70 IBU. The malt is American 2-row and Munich. Hops. I love when they tell you which hops they use. It reminds me of wine tasting, which I really appreciate, but I know nothing about hops. Apollo, Cascade, Centennial, and Chinook. I would assume the majority of those come from Washington, which is cool. Okay, now we're getting to more IPA color to me. It's a little browner. That's, you know, I would see that and be like, that's probably an IPA. Well, this guy, I would not ever think that was an IPA. I would think that's like a lager or something. I don't know. Starburst IPA. That's good. That's really good. Again, heavy, heavy, heavy. However, the flavor of this one, I really, really like. It's very, not very citrusy. I'm sorry, my beer terms just stink. She's a little hazy as well. Drinking a blood orange IPA now. The taste is good. The smell smells amazing. It smells like you just cut open an orange and it smells really good. And then drinking it, it's actually a very good balance of the IPA and the beer. But then that aftertaste is a little bitter and it just hits you like right in the middle back of your mouth. And it's fine. Definitely not my favorite. And I do say that as somebody who does like blood orange drinks. One of my favorite ciders is actually a blood orange cider. But this is just a little too bitter, not in a good way to me. I know it's not completely a fair comparison comparing the other four, which are all just regular IPAs, and then this is the only fruit one we have in here. It's drinkable, and I think if you don't mind having a bitter flavor, it might be okay for you. But for me, it's my least favorite for sure. It is a little orangier than the others. You do get the really nice smell when you drink it out of the glass, though. I'm gonna keep drinking a little bit. I might end up getting someone else in here to taste some for me because 6+% IPAs is kind of a lot. But we'll see how it goes. I'm back. It's the next day. I got to share my 5 IPAs with my boyfriend. He typically likes things a little hoppier than I do, and I like them a little more citrusy, a little juicier. His favorites was the Bastard Cat, and he also surprisingly really liked Sierra Nevada's Hazy little thing IPA, which I also really enjoyed this. It was really light, super easy drinking. My favorites probably though was the Starburst IPA and the Lagunitas Hazy Wonder. Definitely proceed with caution on the blood orange IPA. I would not get a full case of this. If you really like fruit beers, like if you like getting the raspberry wheat or trying those kinds of things, it's worth trying. But if you're not into blood orange, if you're not into fruit beer, if you're not into bitter flavor, do not get this. So this is the only one that I would say was like a hands down no. That's a no for me. But everything else was totally awesome, so head to your Trader Joe's and check it out. If you have any suggestions for me to try anything else, you want me to go to a specific store and see what they have, let me know.